got 5 minutes. I'd like to echo Masuma and our previous guest this morning, Greg's statement, saying that we need fundamental institutional changes at UN level. And, Masuma just mentioned gender apartheid, and it will be 6 elements which we probably would like to add to our UN Charter on Genocide. And in our Uyghur case, I would probably argue that we have to include the 7th element, which is technology, AI, and high-tech. In our case, for example, we have technology which is so pervasive, so intrusive, which monitors you 24/7. That Uyghur people in homeland, we have to download spy app in our software in our cell phones and carry all the time, so the government knows where you are at any given time, any given spot. There are cameras installed in your household which monitors your movement inside your house. There are data reading logs in the front door and the back door of your household. So the government counts how many times you use the front door and back door. And if any months, for example, you use more back door exit than front door exit, you will be summoned to the police station and be forced to give explanation why is it so. People cannot, or they would voluntarily avoid taking phone calls from overseas, because having overseas phone calls incoming in our homeland means that you have to report to police what was your conversation. And if your conversation does not match police records, you will be punished for that. This is 7th element, which did not exist in 1947 when the genocide motion was invented by Lenkin, because technology at that time didn't exist at that level. But unfortunately, right now we are facing this. So, talking about Uyghur genocide, what is ongoing right now? Unfortunately, genocide didn't stop. The concentration camps, they keep expanding, but it's mutating. In the past, the prisoners, and we talk about millions and millions of Uyghur people who are sent to jail, and they're kept there. Right now, they are kind of like, quote unquote, re-educated and shipped out to interior China to work as slave force labor. And I have some items I put in the whole room. You can watch, you can see, the items I purchased yesterday at Walmart. Products made in China, cotton products, textile, tomato paste, for example, and some produce, which are produced by Uyghur slave force. So, in a way, we as Canadians subsidizing ongoing genocide by consuming and purchasing products, imports, tainted by slave labor. It's very persistent and it's very real. It exists in our supply chain. So we'll probably have to address this in Canada. Another issue is transnational repression. We have had recently Marie-Josée Hogue commissioned public inquiry on transnational repression. People think that, because you escape physically that oppression, you will be immune to these instances, but this is not the case. We have transnational repression in the case of Tibetans, Uyghurs, for example, from China. And even in Canada, we do not feel safe. We are targeted, harassed, and persecuted, even in Canada. Another element which, we would like to probably mention sometime, it's a forced labor, but it is a big topic and it's a separate topic. So for the Uyghurs, what we have had previously, like in recent years, a good element, positive side, is that our parliament was the first to recognize Uyghur genocide in the world. It's the first legislative body. And secondly, recently, last year, in 2023, our parliament adopted a motion to resettle 10,000 Uyghur refugees. So we still have hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. But we as a civil society should be engaged and should not stop at what we have achieved. Unfortunately, this is happening. It's ongoing. It's very real. It's very sad. But unless we act as the canaries in the coal mine, our elected officials will not act. So it's very reactive. Unless we push, we won't get any feedback. We won't get any action. So I encourage one more time, our civil society be more proactive, more engaged, and push and push and push. Thank you, Missy.